I almost did some reflection there because I have Spotify plus, my wife uses Spotify, my kids use Spotify, I use Spotify. So I got the family plan there. We have Disney Plus, we got Netflix, we got Prime. I have HBO. I have,
Mac.
what other is there?
Apple.
I don't know. Paramount Plus. We have Apple TV.
Right.
We have the Apple Plus thing.
Disney.
It's just really nasty now that I look at it. And you know what it makes me think of, Jason, is I probably need to sit down with David Piatek from VA Housing Education, because not only does he do like home loans and lending stuff and all of that great stuff, he just looks at your financials, right?
Right.
And I'll divulge a little information here, not too much, but I did have a personal meeting with him. And I showed him my mortgage statement, and then we talked about some plans to. I'm a big fan of paying down your mortgage personally and having that equity in the home because it's an asset versus like a car. And so we made a plan. He made my plan to pay off my mortgage faster. And so I did that. I think everyone else, especially if you receive VA compensation, there's no reason why veterans should be stuck in that paycheck to paycheck mold. Our actions and behaviors drive that. It's not a dollar problem, in my opinion. Anyways.
Yeah. And because you brought him up, man, it popped in my mind now. Look, if you purchased a home anytime within the last year or so, your interest rate might be a little higher than what it could have been in the years past.
Yeah.
Who knows where rates are going? Rates are projected to potentially drop this year, and you could be in a position to refinance. And when you do, get into that position, having that conversation with David is essential. One, he's a veteran, so he gets it. That's good. Two, he understands VA better than anybody. Yeah. And his channel, VA Housing Education, is huge. Check it out. He drops a lot of good information there. And I love that you mentioned the paying down your house faster. By adding just a small amount extra per month or per year, or splitting up your payment to where you pay every 2 weeks, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. You could substantially save money. I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's insane how much money goes out in interest. The way that amortization schedules work, and an amortization schedule is the payment plan that how it works for a mortgage. The way they work is it's kind of two lines like this. This line going upward is how much you pay toward your principal. Nothing toward your principal, going upward to a lot toward your principal at the end of the 30 years. At the beginning, you're paying almost all interest. And then slowly over time, you pay less and less interest. Every single month, you pay like $1 less or something, right? So really, the only way to combat that amortization schedule that's set up like that is to really front load with big chunks of cash toward your principal. It's huge. Yeah. Having that conversation with David doesn't cost you a nickel. Reach out to him if you have any thoughts of refinancing or purchasing or just trying to restructure what you currently have. Back over to you.
Yeah, that reminds me, because I like things being broken down, and we'll get into the video here in a second. David said, paraphrase, he was like, pay more now, pay less later. And I was like, okay, I can do that. So if you're like me, that's exactly what David did on the call as well. So anyways,